let's talk about the things that you need to do in order to hit those goals, right? Doesn't do any good if you don't have the actions behind it. So in the marketing world, in my world, there are three main pieces to growing a business. Those are the message, the market, and the media. So we're going to talk about all of those today and how they all work together, how having all three of those, I'm not a fan of the word synergy, but having all those in synergy working together is really going to help your business grow in 2024. So let's start with the market. Who are the people that you want to get in front of? Who are the people that you need to raise their hand, right? So there are a lot of different people out there, and some business owners will say, I don't know, anybody that has the money, right? But that's really not going to help you. You really need to know specifically who are the people that, if I can get in front of this type of demographic, they're probably going to raise their hand. They're probably going to say yes. They're probably going to pay on time. They're probably going to be easy to work with, right? Those kinds of things. We want more of those. We want less of the pain in the butt clients that we don't really enjoy, right? So having that kind of that specific drilled down demographic will really help you in your business. So let's talk about some different things. We tend to call this, in the marketing world, we call it your customer avatar. These are different things about your ideal customer. And I'm sure you have an ideal customer, right? You know, there's somebody that you worked with in the past, maybe just in the past 3 months, that was just fantastic. And they were fun to work with. They were easy to deal with. That's probably a good, perfect, or ideal customer. And you can start to say, well, what did we know about that person? Well, they were a homeowner, right? They were not a renter. They were between this particular age group, probably skewed females. Females seem to make more of the decisions when it comes to the window treatments. That's fine. Let's kind of start to document this out. Family oriented, makes this much money per year. Obviously, you might have to kind of guess on what those numbers are. But you have a pretty good idea of who that person is, if there were an avatar about an ideal customer that you dealt with recently. And there is a place in the workbook for this to put this stuff down, but just kind of start thinking about, okay, last couple customers, who was great, who was not, that kind of thing. When it comes to their pains and frustrations, what are the things that they're calling you for? Are they calling you because the sun is beaten down at 2 p.m. and they can't watch their favorite soap opera? Or, do they work nights and they need blackout shades or something during the day, right? What is that ideal person? What are their pains? What are their frustrations? What are they worried about when they call you? And even outside of just calling you, what are their generic things that you always see your customers are dealing with, the same kind of things? You'll start to see some trends and some things that repeat in a lot of these. Now, along those same lines, we've got fears and implications. What kind of things are going through their mind that is causing them maybe not to reach out to you, or not to go online and type in window treatments near me or something like that? What kind of are they worried about? Are they worried about the install team having mud on their shoes, or just leaving a mess, or the price, obviously worried about being ripped off? Are they worried about install times not working with their schedule, right? These different things. Again, you probably hear these things from them. You just don't pay attention to the fact that they're probably repeating themselves a lot of times. So fears and implications, what are they worried about? And then goals. So on the other side of this, what is the end goal? Is it obviously just getting the blinds fixed? Are they getting ready to sell their home and they want to kind of upgrade some things and make it look a lot nicer? Outside of the window treatment world, do they want to have successful kids? That would talk back to the first piece of the avatar. Do they tend to have kids? Or do they tend to have adult kids that have moved on? Those kinds of things. So at the end of the day, here's the thing. If you can see your client or your customer through their eyes, then you'll know just what they're going to buy. In this case, I put Joe Smith in there, but you get the idea. If you can see that person and understand exactly what they're going through, what their fears are, what their goals are, you're going to be able to speak to that market a lot better, to that person.